Welcome back, everyone, to the Giants franchise series, and we are officially ready to start week one of the 2025 season here with the Giants. Our first matchup of the year will be the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, so it should be a good one. But given that this is the first episode, I'm going to just run by a few things with you guys. So in terms of sliders, I have not changed anything. They are still the same. In terms of changing them, however, that will be determined throughout the season. If it's still easy, then I'll tone it down. But I do want to reiterate that the sliders that I have put out in that slider video that I did a few weeks back, those are the official sliders for any type of league. If you do find that the game's too easy, unfortunately, that's what happens in Madden. The CPU doesn't really adapt to you. You have to, unfortunately, lower your skill. But however, the CPU sliders are perfectly fine how they are. You could always keep the skill that you have and make the CPU better. But at that point, you're not playing realistic and you're basically just playing 99 overall players on each team, if that makes sense. Because if you make the CPU better and you have a 99 overall team, but you make them suck a little bit more just so that it's even again, at that point, like I said, you're not playing realistically. You're just playing a 99 versus a 99 overall team. Regardless, that's the sliders. In terms of the team schemes, I went ahead and changed from a 4-3 to a Tampa 2. I'm really going to make coverage in the secondary a priority with with pass rush being the priority at the front seven. And then the playbooks, as you can see there, I went with Tennessee for the offense. And then for the defense, I'm still debating whether or not keeping Indianapolis from last season or changing to, I think, the Texans. As my other save file that I have, I'm still testing defensive playbooks in terms of the 4-3 scheme. There's nothing Tampa 2 in the game. There's only 4-3. But as for right now, what I'm going to try to do with this season is try to keep the same playbook so that way if we're struggling, I'm not cheesing the game a little bit by changing the playbook. Now, I think that's it. The only other thing I could have to show, I am debating on either starting Tracy over Singletary or just keeping Singletary while we have him and just try to be as best as possible with Singletary in the backfield. And then the O-line, as you can see here, I do have Schmitz at star development, right? But I think at this point he's around 26, 27. He is 26 years old. For me, that's just too old in terms of the position he's playing. I would rather start Alex. I think it's Alex Bush. Yes, it is Alex Bush. He is 21 years old. He is much younger, and he will develop even more. By the time he is 26, he's probably a 73, 74. And if you ask me, I'll take that any day over John Michael Schmidt. Now, in terms of Josh or Joseph Grant, he's about halfway with his development trait. We'll see what he has. My best guess is he has star development. Getting superstar for a lineman either comes from getting an award with them at the end of the season, or it comes honestly from just drafting them with amazing traits and amazing athleticism. And then for defense, here is your lineup. Like I said, the 4-3 is going to prioritize coverage on the secondary, so that means these linebackers here are going to be coverage specific. And then, as you could see, I have El Rubio, my strong safety rookie. Hopefully he has superstar or higher development, but he will be the starter at strong safety. I've moved Tyler Newman, I think, back to free safety. I'm not sure if that's what he's playing in real life. But Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence are the highlights of the defensive line and the defense overall. Hopefully Brian Burns puts some hurt on some QBs with that development trait. And of course, we have Brian Brooks the rookie out of USC to hopefully be that +2 or +1 that Dexter Lawrence has been looking for next to him, as well as he is halfway to his development trait. And I am very confident that he might have superstar development. He had B power moves and B finesse moves coming out of the draft. As you can see there, he's 70 overall for both, 74 being power moves. But I am very excited to see what he ends up getting. And then, of course, speaking of development traits, we do have the fullback with it. I am trying to unlock the ability for Brian Dable to unlock or to reveal hidden depth traits. I'm going to try to get his depth trait unlocked because I'm just not going to have him play 500 snaps. I don't think it's going to be possible. El Rubio's starting, so he'll get it. Brian Brooks is starting, so he'll get it. And then, of course, we have Blaine Boone out of Georgia, the 23-year-old kicker who was the #1 overall player in the class, which is crazy to even say those words. But he is about literally 93% of the way there, 95% of the way there to unlocking his depth trait. So if I do get that trait with Brian Dable, I probably won't unlock it for him, as he pretty much is going to unlock it on his own. The only reason I haven't, or I'm not going to show off playoff games or anything like that, is because we don't really get anything out of it. There's not really that much point into playing them. So I just simmed to the regular season. Since we won the Super Bowl, I'm going to make our goal to make the playoffs. I think that we did overachieve a little bit, and that's because of the defensive line. The defensive line, I will say, kept us in games that we should have lost. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose to make the playoffs. If we do win the Super Bowl again, I will probably, or if it's looking like it, I will probably edit the sliders a good amount. As you can see here, we are in the scouting portion of the video. As you can see, those are the top 10 players of the draft this year, with 2 QBs in the top 2 spots, and then a cornerback in 3rd, an outside linebacker in 4th and 5th, with defensive end at number 6, QB at 7, another linebacker at 8, a safety at 9, and then a wide receiver at number 10. I'm going to get this sorted out with the scouts and everything, and I'll catch you guys once I get that done. Alright, so I got all this sorted out in terms of the scouts. So, just like last year, we're going to go with Alicia Trinkle for cornerbacks and wide receivers. I found that there are a lot, and I mean a lot. It is depth-driven, this draft. As you can see, there's a ton of prospects here for wide receiver. A good amount in the 1st to 2nd rounds, and then 2nd to 3rd rounds, as well as for corners. It's also depth-driven, as you can see here. One top 5 corner with another one in the 1st round. And a ton of 2nd to 4th round cornerbacks here. That is for the national scout. As for the West, I went ahead and did outside linebacker and middle linebacker. I'm not going to lie, other than wide receiver and cornerback, this class is very disappointing. But like I said, West, I went with the whole linebacker group. There is a top 5 linebacker, but I'm going to assume that he's most likely a pass rusher of some sort, with a 3, and then with just 2 3 to 4 4th round linebackers. In middle linebacker, there's just 3 straight 3rd and 4th linebackers, with the right outside linebacker having 1 top 5 and 1 round 1 linebacker, which most likely these are also pass rushers. And then for Central, it was another disappointing part of the, I guess, focus. But I went with quarterback and safety. Quarterback being Bruce Drayton. I'm going to go ahead and call him Drayton but he is the top 5 in this region in terms of quarterback, followed by Clark Rhodes, and those are really the only competitions at the position. With safety being the choice here with Tyrese, I'm gonna call him Ar- Arkanu, Arsenu. I think it's Arsenu, but he is projected to go in the first and second round, with James Conley right behind him in the second to third round. And then at strong safety, there's only one day 3. I did try to go lineman here, but as you guys can see, there's nothing second round worthy. And then I tried doing defensive ends, but again, nothing. Defensive tackles, nothing. Linebackers, I did try to do with the quarterback. There's only, for a 1-star scout, there's only middle linebacker with quarterback, but there's only 3-4 here, and I'm not trying to do that. I couldn't find anything for outside linebacker with QB in the central region. For the Northeast, I went ahead and did quarterback and safety once again, because in this region, we have Conrad Davis as the top 5 quarterback in this region, with Ethan Stringer right behind him, Tyler Holcomb in the second to third round, and then you have 3 day 3 QBs for those. And then at safety, really the only thing that caught my eye here was the, I'm not going to say good amount, but the 3 that are obviously early rounds, and then with the 1 early round strong safety. I think here I tried doing, I want to say O-line, but there just wasn't enough. And then for defensive ends, there was kind of a little bit, but not enough to where it warranted going with that position group. And of course, cornerbacks are already being the national focus. And then Southeast, I went with running back and interior offensive lineman. The only reason interior offensive lineman there is on red is because I think in the left guard position, there's nothing of value. However, at running back, as you can see here, we have 2 first to second rounders with 1 second to third round, with then 1 in the third to fourth round. And then the offensive lineman, we have a first to second round and Greg Amos at the left tackle position, Bob Thomas in the third to fourth round in the left guard position, which I'm pretty sure he's the reason why me choosing that focus is in red. But we have Austin Cannon at center, projected to go in the first and second round, with Calvin Farr projected to go in the second and third, and then Randy Griffin in the third to fourth. And then in the right tackle possession, we have Corin Hitchens for round 1, Chris Brown, funny name there, for the first and second round, and then Larry Curry in the first and second round as well. So we do have good depth or good prospects in the O-line department in the Southeast. Bob Thomas is the only thing weighing it down. Of course, I know I just drafted a center and a right guard. We do have Evan Neal at the left guard position. However, of course, you can always rotate a left tackle if I was to draft one to the right tackle position. Same thing with a left guard to the right guard, center to any of these 3 positions. So that will be the scouting focus group entirely for the 2025 season. We won't visit this until I think whenever it lets me know to put the focus scouts for the region, which positions I want to focus. But other than that, I don't think we will visit that until halfway through the season or around week 12 or so. And then we'll go ahead and skip the storyline thing because, again, I'm pretty sure at this point they're already played out by a lot of people. But we're just going to get into the training. Of course, we have Patrick Mahomes we are going against. Here, I am going to focus the deep pass with Patrick Mahomes. And then for the offense, I am going to do blitz counter. We're going to make that a priority. And then for player health, we're going to go ahead and split most of the reps. Yep, we're just going to split them all the way down. And then for the offense, We're going to go ahead and do starters for QB, split for running backs, starters for fullback, split for wide receivers, tight ends. We are going to split those. And then O linemen, we are going to do starters for the training. And then here in the focusing part of the training for players, we are going to replace Blaine Boone with Daniel Jones. So Daniel Jones is a funny issue that we have. Of course, he is 28, and of course, I'm using my regression sliders. So given that those two things are in play, Daniel Jones could honestly stay if he all of a sudden becomes an 80 or something overall. The only thing holding him back from me is his throw power. But again, we are focus scouting some QBs in the case that we do let him go. Of course, we did accidentally draft Peyton Walker. It was an accidental draft pick. I accidentally skipped the pick that I was at. I don't have any plans on having Peyton Walker be the QB of the future at all. Unless somehow Daniel Jones goes down and then Peyton Walker plays and he plays out of his mind, then sure. But as of right now, I don't really have any plans. Everything else looks pretty fine though, other than Jelani Wilson. I think who I'm going to want here is probably not tight ends. I think I'm going to want Alex Bush. He is the new starting center. So I at least want to get him to 70 before I switch him out for someone else. Those will be the focus players for the training. And here we go. Nobody looks to be injured on the defense and offense. We are also all good to go. There are some players with upgrade points ready to go. El Rubio will be the first one to get upgraded here. So now that we are in a 4-3, strong safeties and free safeties are going to be zone focused. We will hand him zone for this skill point, and we're about to find out if he does have superstar. He does not have superstar development. It would have shown a little plus sign for an ability, because at 75 you do unlock your first ability slot, but it would have shown it next to the +1 on zone coverage. So it looks like he only has star development, which is unfortunate, but he is starting, so I do have a belief that he will easily earn it if he has a good year at the position. And then Peyton Walker has a dev upgrade. His ratings, his throw power is at 96, and his awareness is terrible. So we'll go ahead and do field general. I think this one's the one that ups that. Yep, it is. So his awareness is up to a 61. It'll either be field general or it'll be improvisers that'll up that. But regardless, we are ready to go. Week 1, Thursday night prime time. We're gonna go with the custom home jerseys because I like having the socks on the players. And we're going to turn on the playbooks. As you can see, like I said earlier, Tennessee for the offense, Indianapolis for the defense. And we are ready to go. And I'll see you guys in there. We are ready to go as the Chiefs are running out of the tunnel getting booed. As you can see, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are the commentators, but we will have no commentary other than me. And Daniel Jones leads out the Giants for the 2025 season. It's funny to me because right now Jones and the Giants aren't having a good season. So just seeing that we're having a good season here is kind of a, WTF moment. But we are ready to kick this ball off with Blaine Boone, the 83 overall kicker. And the Chiefs will receive, and they will start at the 36. So one thing I do want to start doing with the new season is starting to look at the other team. So that way I'm able to get familiar with the names of the players on the other team. Of course, at QB, we do have Patrick Mahomes. And while I do this, I am going to do offense for when we are on defense and then defense for when we are on offense. But we have Patrick Mahomes at QB with Marcus Mariota as his backup, and then his backup will be Easton Stick. At running back, we do have Isaiah Pacheco still with Juan Brown looking like the rookie here, and then Imani Bailey as the third stringer with Jeremy Brinkley, the rookie, at fullback. And then at wide receiver, we have Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown, Sky Moore, and Justin Ross with Montrell Washington as the number 6 wide receiver, with Travis Kelce at, of course, tight end 1, Jared Wiley at tight end 2, and Garrison Calloway, the rookie, as the third stringer. Their left tackle is going to be Kingsley Suamataia. I hope I pronounced that correctly. At left guard, we have Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey as the center, Trey Smith at right guard, Braxton Jones at, I guess, so they have a left tackle and a right tackle, but I'm going to assume that Trey Pipkins is injured. And Patrick Mahomes gets sacked by Brian Burns, the first of the year, and Brian Brooks is there to help him, the rookie. It'll be 2nd and 12. As they motion Kelce to the right and back to the left, he quickly throws it. We get some pressure. Kelce goes all the way up the field, but he throws it to, I think, Marquise Brown on the check down, and they will have to punt it here. And then we will show off the defense. So at defensive end, we have George Karlaftis, and then Felix and Eniduke Uzama. I hope I pronounced that right. At the second string, Mike Dana as the first right end with Julian O'Gara as the second. At nose tackle, we have Chris Jones with Demetrius Gamble, the rookie, and then Neil Farrell as the third stringer. At left outside linebacker, we have Leo Chanel. I hope I pronounced that right, with Truman Jones as the second stringer, Nick Bolton as the middle linebacker, and then Dion Merriweather as the rookie behind him, with Cam Jones as the third stringer. At right outside linebacker, we have Drew Tranquil, along with DeAndre Corbett, the rookie, behind him. At cornerback, we have Trent McDuffie, Arias Lowry, the rookie, Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams, and Kamal Hayden. At free safety, we have Brian Cook with Wendell Hales. And then at strong safety, you have Justin Reed with Jaden Hicks. And then I'll show off kicker. Harrison Bucker, of course, is the kicker, with the punter being Ty Zentner. Now, we will look to have a good passing game here early on in the game, along with, of course, with the running game. Can't forget about Singletary, as Neighbors is deep in the middle. Daniel Jones finds him, and that is a big gain on the first play of the game for the first drive. We're going to hand it off to Singletary. Makes a cut to the left. Only gets about 2. We really cannot fall behind against a good Kansas City team, as it almost goes back to Malik Neighbors there, but Nick Bolton gets a hand on it. It was a really bad pass by Jones there. We go on the underneath with, as he breaks a tackle, Theo Johnson on the underneath route gets the first. Cut it to the left with Singletary. Singletary finds the outside. Stiff arms a man, and he is out at the 46. And so far, he has 17 rushing yards. We're going to send him on a go. Still on a slant. Neighbors is fine. Everything else is good. I did not mean to throw it to Singletary, and it is interception. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. The rookie Arius Lowry ends up with the pick. I did not mean to throw it to him. I meant to throw it to Theo Johnson. I mistakenly thought Theo was square and not triangle. So that's my bad, as it is an end around to Rashee Rice. And he is sacked by Kayvon Thibodeau. So Patrick Mahomes seems to like running to the outside of the pocket. So we're going to start containing him so we actually get the sack way quicker. He has a ton of time in the pocket as Brian Burns is chasing with the pursuit. Does not wrap up, breaks that tackle. Patrick Mahomes gets the first and is down to the 28 of our side of the field. So it looks like the contain was a mistake there. So we are going to take a break from that. A little bit of plays with Bobby Okereke having the pick there. And that was a user pick, easy reads. And I think that's Dante, or actually it's Jordan Riley down on the play. So he will go into the locker room. Looks like he was holding onto his rib cage. As Theo Johnson is wide open over the top, but Daniel Jones overthrows him. And this is going deep for Neighbors, and there is nothing there. And yep, so the fear of Jordan Riley having broken ribs is confirmed. I accidentally skipped it there really quickly, but he does have broken ribs. So it looks like his season's having a rough start so far. Pass for Wandale is batted away. So we will have to punt back. We are back on defense. Hopefully Bobby Okereke can make a play again, as we took that pick that he gave us for granted. As they go on the underneath to Travis Kelce. It's good for a gain of 9. However, it is second and inches. We are going to QB contain here, as we are going to blitz up the middle. And Bobby Okereke almost has the tackle for loss on Isaiah Pacheco, but it wasn't enough. As he goes deep, and it's one-handed picked by Isaiah Simmons. What a pick by Isaiah Simmons. He one-handed it. I thought it went through his hand. I thought I got hit with a Madden animation, but he picked it with one hand, which was so unnecessary. But I guess he's showing off Odell Beckham, who we do have. You know, his impersonation of him, or his impression. I called it an impersonation, as Jalen Hyatt on the underneath beats the linebacker on the coverage. And it looks like they're ready for this run, so we're going to go with a pass instead. I mean, Theo Johnson is open, but he gets completely he gets completely interfered with as he makes the cut on the route. As Singletary fights to go to the outside, does break a tackle. And had it not been for that broken tackle, we would have lost a ton of yardage. But it is the end of the quarter. As you can see, that one-handed interception, I almost said tackle, by Isaiah Simmons. And we are going into the second quarter at 0-0. One thing I was debating about was lowering the quarter length, but I think that 10 minutes is just about right. I could see doing 9-minute quarters and just sticking with that. But we will see what the scores look like here early on in the season. Of course, it's just the first game, so we'll change as we have to. As Theo Johnson makes an athletic play there to tiptoe with the catch in his hands. Daniel Jones, of course, puts it in an amazing spot. And we are about to be in the red zone. We actually are at it now. And this play right here is one play that I love from this playbook. It either goes to Malik Neighbors or Wandale, and it's going to Wandale. As Wandale breaks 2 tackles and 1 and gets down to the 5. As Singletary fights hard, but only gets down to the 3. We're going to hand it back to Singletary. Actually, it looks like they're ready for a run. There is no good audible, so we will just go with Singletary. And Singletary gets tackled immediately for a loss of 2. We're going to go with a slant. We're going to put Beckham on a drag. Beckham is wearing number 9. Number 13 is taken, and number 3 is taken as well. But Malik Neighbors is in for the score. Touchdown, Giants. We are up. Extra point pending on the Chiefs. And Blaine Boone scores his first good PAT of the season. So a good lead that we have here early on. We have to maintain that. Hopefully the defense can play good defense and get us out of the first half with a W. As Isaiah Pacheco makes Bobby Okereke miss. And it looks like they're going underneath a lot. So we will start playing the underneath. We're not going to continue to QB contain just because it did hurt us on that first one. And it didn't really help us on that second time we did it. We are going to do option conservative for Patrick Mahomes just in case he decides to do an RPO. Here it's a pass, so we're going to pass commit. And it goes straight to Xavier Worthy, who gets it taken out of his hands by, I think, Trey Hawkins. So good play by him. It goes back to Trey Hawkins, but this time it's to Brown, number 5. Marquise Brown, sorry. It's a lot of names I gotta remember. And he goes on down to the check down to Isaiah Pacheco. They do convert. I think it was 3rd down. Only because the crowd was getting loud there. As Darius Muasau is there for the tackle. 2nd and 9, Patrick Mahomes on the underneath again. Oh my God, that could have been picked by Darius Muasau, but Trey Hawkins dives for it and completely denies that catch. Oh my God, and it's up the middle. So I think that's Xavier Worthy, number 4. No, it's Rasheed Rice. I'm so sorry. It's a lot of names I gotta remember, but it is good to Rasheed Rice for the touchdown. Extra point pending by Harrison Butker, and the kick is good. What the heck? I don't even know what happened, guys. I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at my phone because I was checking something, and I guess he completely just doesn't catch it. I don't even know what happened because I didn't look at my screen. And here goes Marquise Brown for a return touchdown on the kickoff. And all of a sudden, we are down 15-7. What a disaster. What a disaster, guys. The extra point is good, so it is 16-7. All right, so after that failure of a special teams play on both sides, on the kickoff and on the return, we're looking to hopefully get back on a tie, but unfortunately Jalen Hyatt cannot get to that ball as it is overthrown by Daniel Jones. I mean, if we don't score here, we are in a bad spot. Malik Neighbors on the underneath does get the first. Down to the 46. We're going to go 4 verticals again. We are under the 2-minute warning. I was not paying attention to that. Oh my God, Jalen Hyatt burned a man. And he has it! Touchdown, Jalen Hyatt. We saw it all the way. Jalen Hyatt immediately beat his man. Wide receiver 2 gets the touchdown here. First one of the season. And the extra point is good. So we are back in the game. We're not out of it. Thank God. So we are just doing fine. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna start paying attention because I didn't even realize. I don't know who fumbled. Steele Johnson over the middle cannot hold on. And we're going to go 4 verticals again. We're going to go on the underneath to Malik Neighbors once again. Seems like a good play that's working for us a lot. Odell Beckham over the middle on the underneath. And he is in for the score. Odell Beckham Jr. first game back at MetLife. And blue is good for 6. And the extra point is good by Blaine Boone. So we are once again in the lead. And this time I will pay attention on the kickoff. Isaiah Pacheco with the hard tackle there. And that is that's the first half, almost the second half. 21-16 is your score. And hopefully we can keep it up. No more funny business by the special teams. We are going to focus on the deep ball with Daniel Jones. They haven't really been blitzing like I thought they would. And Daniel Jones has to get more accurate on that deep ball. So we're going to focus on that. And then for Patrick Mahomes, we're going to do the medium pass. Just hope that he doesn't go deep. But also hope that he doesn't go low either. Because he will make plays with his arm. We do get back to the 33, so we didn't screw up there. Oh my God, I was trying to get that to Wandale. But they actually blitzed that time. But Jalen Hyatt is open on the underneath. As Theo, he was not open. That was double coverage. It was almost picked off by Hicks there. So we do have to punt back. I mean, what a play here by the tight end. Gets down to the 44. He made a man miss. And all of a sudden they are over the 50-yard line. They put Kelsey in motion. Patrick Mahomes scrambles in the pocket and gets sacked by Andrew Phillips, the cornerback. I have no idea what Patrick Mahomes was doing on that play. But it is a sack. Oh my God. And wow, they get that all the way down the field. So it is 1st and 10 at the 23. God, man, these guys keep coming back when we think they're down. 2nd and 3 at the 15. Patrick Mahomes goes to Travis Kelce, who's covered by Okereke, who pops that ball out, and it is incomplete. That would have been a pick had I stayed with Kelce. It is third down here. He scrambles, but he is sacked by Brian Burns. And it is fourth down. And we will see if they choose to kick or go for it. And they're choosing to go ahead and kick it for the 3. This will make it, I think, a 2-point game. It is good. So it is a 3-point game now if the Chiefs take the lead by a field goal. It is a 2-point game, however, in terms of the deficit, as we only get back to the 26. Here, I'm honestly going to start the run game. We kind of abandoned it. Not that we've had a chance to run it, but I just haven't chosen a lot of running plays so far. I mean, Singletary is just not running like he did on that last season, as Theo Johnson is injured on the play. It looks to be going deep. It is third down. Neighbors is open again on the underneath, but he does not get enough. And I'm not going to go for it. If they needed 3 to tie, I would have. But they take the lead with 3, so I'm just going to punt this away. And they'll be down at the 28-yard line. So Theo Johnson also has broken ribs, unfortunately. So he will be out probably for the next 3 to 4 weeks. As Isaiah Pacheco runs hard here for a gain of about 13. It is 1st and 10 at the 43. They go with a run with Isaiah Pacheco here. El Rubio cannot tackle. However, Brian Brooks was there to wrap it up. 2nd and 5. Looks like they're going to run here. And there's only, I think they lose yardage, actually. It is 3rd down here, 3rd and 8. We're going to try to, I'm trying to hype up the crowd. I can't, well, let me. And there is a false start, so we will see, or a penalty, I mean. And it is a false start on the Chiefs. So this 3rd and 8 will be 3rd and 13 now. There you go. I can hype up the crowd now. Alright, not too much though. I want to be able to have control of my character. As it's going to Bobby Okereke, but Micah McFadden is there to bat it down. What a play. Micah McFadden says, get that shit out of here. And he makes it 4th and 13. And we're getting this ball back here. And immediately, I think that's a rookie receiver I have, actually. But as a return man. But he, of course, got tackled there. Singletary down to the 34. We're going deep for Neighbors, and it is picked off by, I think, Aries Lowry again. And it is the rookie. Has Daniel Jones's number this game. That's 2 picks with Daniel Jones now. Malik Neighbors kind of had the route be ran by Lowry. Dexter Lawrence there for the loss on the play. And I think there's another false start. And there is. 32nd and 18. Seems like the Chiefs are just not winning because of the mistakes they're making. It goes to Isaiah Pacheco, makes Tyler Nubin miss off the juke. Bobby Okereke is there for the tackle. We're going to blitz here. Does get the play off before the 3rd quarter ends. And El Rubio there with the denial on the catch. And that is the end of the quarter. 21-19 is your score here in the fourth. We're going to get this ball back. All right. And we are starting at the 21. I mean, there's nothing open. All right. We're going to send the league neighbors on a go. Everything else seems fine. We're going to block Singletary. And Jalen Hyatt looks to have a step on the guy, but it is denied by Cook over the middle. It is third down. Man, we can't get anything going. Oh my God, Malik Neighbors, man. So we have to punt it back. So it'll be first down here at the 41. I think he's going deep for deep. I don't even know what that was by Patrick Mahomes. It's covered by 3 people. I don't know why he would ever throw that. Of course, none of my defensive backs can intercept it, but Isaiah Simmons is there for the sack on the blitz. There's third down all of a sudden for the Chiefs. I mean, they're going deep for this. Oh my God, and he couldn't catch it. I think that's Xavier Worthy, who could not catch the ball. We're going to put Neighbors on a go once again. I mean, we got to run the clock out. Jalen Hyatt on the underneath. Gets the first on the first down. Singletary only manages to get 2. This is another underneath focus play, so we'll see what comes of it. Devin Cole cannot hang on to that. But it would have been a big play had he secured the catch. We're going to send Singletary on a screenplay. Oh my God, Singletary just never got to the outside. No way, dude. This is what, our 4th punt? It's a good one. Oh my God, and Andrew Phillips forces the fumble. He picks it up. And he's going to run it in, and it is a score. Andrew Phillips. Scoop and score. And looks like we're running away with this game. Blaine Boone. Extra point is good. So it is 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. They are down a lot now off of that scoop and score by Andrew Phillips. Oh, and it's almost picked off by Bobby Okereke. I did bait it on Patrick Mahomes. Would have been a nice pick. Would have sealed the game as well. Isaiah Pacheco here on the run. It's only 1. And it looks like Brian Brooks is injured on the play. He's also grabbing his ribs, so hopefully that's not the 3rd rib injury in the game. It goes to Kelsey deep in the middle for a big gain. I mean, the Chiefs are just finding ways to stay in it. But our defense is finding ways to help us win. As DJ Davidson, oh my God, it's another broken ribs. What in the world, dude? That is the 3rd broken ribs, bro. This is unbelievable. Well, we lost the rookie, Brian Brooks, now. Probably for a good chunk of the season, along with Theo Johnson. And I forgot who else. He throws it straight to Avonte Maddox. I mean, they keep going underneath, over the top, so it's kind of hard to guess what they're doing. They go with a run here with Isaiah Pacheco, gets it only down to the 34. It is 3rd and 1. No, I tried picking it with Isaiah Simmons. Goes to Xavier Worthy. And they're going to go hurry up here. Switching to OKK, please. As it is Rashee Rice with the catch. And I mean, at this point, everyone's tired. Oh my God, and Rashee Rice cannot hang on. It is 3rd down. They're obviously going to go for it, I think. And he goes over the middle for the tight end. So they do call a timeout. I'm not sure what the logic behind that is. They are here in the red zone. And El Rubio with the bat down, with the hand on the ball. What a play by El Rubio, the rookie. They're motioning a lot of players here. Looks like they flipped the play. Makes you think it's a pass. It is. Patrick Mahomes does scramble. He throws it away. And that is the 2-minute warning. Scrambles again. Patrick Mahomes does not get it. He's down at the 3. It is 4th and goal. I'm not sure if that stops the clock. And I can't skip this dumb cutscene. And it does not. So they are hurry up here. Goal line stand. 4th and goal. And it is batted away by El Rubio. And he makes the play of the game. Singletary goes to the outside, manages to get 1. Chiefs call their 2nd timeout. Singletary does not find anything. He loses 2. And they end up using their 3rd and final timeout. It is 3rd and 11. We are not going to pass. Singletary up the middle. And it is 4th and 2. We, of course, are going to run this down as much as possible and then punt it away. And I did not put enough power into it. All right. 31 seconds to go in the 4th. 1st down at the 49 of the Giants. Chiefs need a miracle to happen here. It goes to Isaiah Pacheco on the check down. Isaiah Pacheco gets it down to the 24. We cannot give up any more big plays. Covering everything. Patrick Mahomes throws it away. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has all day to throw, man. And Brian Burns is there for the sack, and time runs out for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And we're going to get out of here with a victory on Thursday Night Football. That is your score, or that is your final, I should say. I'd say that's a shocker. It was a crazy game. A lot of turnovers. Honestly, what won us the game is obviously that scoop and score by Andrew Phillips. And then the batted down balls by El Rubio, the rookie. So far, he is having a good season. The only bad thing about this game was the 3 rib injuries, which is not a good thing. I don't even think I can look at him here. But I'll see you guys back in the home menu. And we are here at the main menu. Jalen Hyde is the only one with an upgrade point, so we would just upgrade deep threat for him. See what he ends up getting. He ends up getting a lot of twos, so that is good to see. That is the episode. So we would look at the injuries. So it's two actually. I said three, but only two. So Brian Brooks looks to be out for 4 weeks, and then Jordan Riley out for 5. Theo Johnson looks to be completely fine after the rib injury. That is unfortunate. Brian Brooks, of course, is the rookie with the development trait, but it looks like he's going to be out for a little bit. He will be back in week 5. Jordan Riley back in week 6, or actually because this is going to count as a week, so they'll be back a week early. But yeah, that is the episode, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Of course, I'll catch you in the next one against the Eagles. And yeah, so catch you guys there. Thank you guys for watching.